Last page of 5F, they're asking us to do a couple different things here. They're asking which one of these points, or which there may be more than one of these points, would be solutions to this inequality. Remembering that inequalities have many, many solutions. So any or all or none of these may or may not be solutions of this inequality. And the way that we're going to figure it out is we're just going to plug them in. Plug in. So with the inequality y greater than 2/3 x plus 2, I'm going to plug in the x and the y and see if I get a true statement. So 0 greater than or equal to 2/3 times 1 plus 2. So I can already tell you 0 is not bigger than that. So 0 is not, this is not a solution, because 0 is not bigger than these two positive numbers added together. What about 4, 8? So we've got some fraction action going on here with the 2/3. Okay, let's see what we got. So 8, just do a little thing here. 8, is it really greater than 2/3 times 4, or 4 over 1, plus 2? So let's see. Is 8 greater than, that's 8/3 plus 2. So if I get a common denominator of thirds over here and thirds over here, we have 24/3 for 8. Is that greater than? That's 8/3, and 2 would be 6/3, so 14/3. Yep, 24/3 is greater than, so yes, this guy is a solution. Here's the next one. I'm running out of room. Maybe I'll go use a different color. Give me some blue. Okay, so -2, is that greater than 2/3 times -6 plus 2? Don't know. We'll find out. 2/3 of -6 is -4. 3 goes into 6 twice, and 2 times 2 is 4, and it's negative. -4 plus 2. So -2 greater than -2. No, -2 is not greater than -2. It's equal to -2, but there is no equality line underneath there, so this is not a solution. It does not work. Let's try D. Will I run out of room? We'll see. 0, is it really greater than 2/3 times -8 plus 2? 0 greater than, that's -16/3 plus 2, which is, let's see, 2 is 6/3, so 0 greater than -10/3. Yes, it is, because 0 is bigger than any negative number at all. So we can put a yes on that one, and then we'll do this last one over here. And I say -4, is that greater than 2/3 times -5 plus 2? So this is -4 greater than -10/3 plus 2. So I've got to get some thirds going over here, so that is 6/3. And -4, so that leaves us with -4. Is that greater than -4/3, which is negative what, 1 1/3? So no, -4 is not bigger than -1 1/3. So no, not a solution. Okay, now we have a word problem that they're asking us to graph. This is a common use of inequalities. So this guy's having a party, and he's got, you know, a max amount of money that he can spend, and he tells you what he wants to buy. He wants chips and pretzels, and he gives you the prices. So it doesn't really matter in this case whether you let X be the chips or X be the pretzels. One doesn't really one isn't independent of the other. So I'm going to let X be the chips, X-axis, and the Y-axis is going to be the pretzels. So an inequality, to describe the situation that we have, well, the chips are $4 a bag. So for every bag of chips he buys times 4, plus the pretzels, $2 a bag, that has to be less than or equal to 20 bucks. It can equal the whole 20 bucks, and certainly it can be less, but it can't be more. So now it asks us to find the intercepts and graph, plot them on the graph. So remember, finding intercepts, to find the y-intercept, we let x be 0, so y would have to be 10. And to find the y-intercept, we let, or the x-intercept, we let y be 0. So for x less than or equal to 20, x would have to be 5. So these are your intercepts. This is the y-intercept, and this is the x-intercept. This is what they asked us to do. So now I'm ready to graph here. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to label. These are the chips. I'm just going to use this guy right here. This is the label for that axis. These are the pretzels. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I graph my intercepts, I've got 0, 10. So if you buy nothing but pretzels, you can get 10 bags. And if you buy nothing but chips, you can get 5. And it says graph the inequality. Okay, so I'm kind of wondering here, is this going to be discrete or continuous? And I'm thinking discrete, because you can't buy a part of a bag. Can't buy a part of a bag. So let's figure out our slope so we can plot some more points on here. So this is 10. The rise is 10. So the rise over the run is 10. And then how far did we run? 5. So our slope is 2. And it's going down. So over the rise is 2, so we go down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1. And then you end up right here. So this is our graph. It's discrete, and it gives us possible combinations of bags of chips and bags of pretzels that we can buy. So if you go and you pick any of these points off here, you can answer part B. Give 2 possible combinations of chips and pretzels. So he can buy 1 bag of chips, 8 bags of pretzels. He can buy 3 bags of chips and 4 bags of pretzels. And of course we said he can buy 0 chips and 10 pretzels, or he can buy 5 chips and 0 pretzels, or any of these points in between. All right, let's look down here at example number 4. They give you a linear inequality. They ask you which one of these is the solution set, and it says check your solution by testing the origin 0, 0. I'm glad to see that in here somewhere, because I told you this is the way I do all of these. So basically it's saying you got to decide which one of these is true. First thing I'm looking at is there is no line underneath this greater than sign. So we can eliminate the solid line one right off the bat. So now all 3 have the y-intercept at -3. Okay, that's all right. But let's test 0, 0 and see what we get. So here's 0, 0. In this graph, it says it is a solution. Here's 0, 0. In this graph, it is in the solution set. And in this graph, of course, we eliminated B, so we don't even have to look at that. In C, it's not a solution. So one of these 2 is going to be right, and we're going to figure it out when we put in 0, 0, and see what kind of statement we have. So we get 0 minus 0 greater than 9. 0 is not greater than 9. 0 is not greater than 9. So 0, 0 is not a solution, and this guy is our answer because the part that's shaded is the part that does not include 0, 0. Thanks for watching.